Yeah, we're here demonstrating outside the BAE Systems AGM today. BAE is presenting its annual results to its shareholders, and we're here to protest about the 3,000 job losses that were announced last September in military aircraft, and in particular the decision to end manufacturing at the Brough site with a loss of 899 highly skilled jobs. Well, we've got workers inside the AGM because BAE Systems people earn shares as they work, so they are shareholders as well. And they're presenting questions directly to the Chief Executive, Ian King, and to the rest of the board, calling for two things. Number one, for the company to take a long-term view of the defence market. There's a dip at the moment, no doubt about that, but we predict that aircraft sales will rise over the medium term, and rather than sacrificing workers now for a short-term gain, they should keep people for the long term. And number two, we're calling for a community foundation to be set up to support workers to retrain, reskill, and perhaps move into civil aerospace production, which is booming at the moment.
To embarrass them again, because they set out at the beginning of this process to be as hard-nosed and as short-sighted and short-termist as any Victorian capitalist you care to pick. So it's changed, and already from a standing start where I thought we had almost no hope at all, you've got more mitigation, both at Brough and elsewhere. You've now brought them to the table to talk about the civil aviation operation and a variety of other issues which will create jobs at Brough. And we have stopped them so far actually making that final decision. Remember at the beginning, you would already have been seeing redundancies today, but you're not. And we don't know when it will happen, but it's been put off. So we bought time, we bought jobs, we bought opportunities. And it's all down to you.
I've never been involved in a battle that's been so well led, and I've never been in a battle where the cause has been so just. And that's what came out outside today. There'll be tourists going back to Korea and America saying it's not a double-dip recession that's the problem in the UK, it's the fight to save Brough. They absolutely.
Yes, I'm an ordinary shareholder, and I've just been to the meeting, and I was very impressed by the people from Brough and how their dignity, their grace, and their passion.
Why have you come out now to support them?
Because I sympathise with them. I lived and worked in Hull as a Church of England minister, and I think it's a great place with lots of people who've lived there for generations. Their families have been there, and some of them have been in the company for generations too. The mood in the hall was one of sympathy, and there were a good number of people from Hull there, and they applauded every time. I think 3 people from Brough spoke.
They're saying, and they've briefed your MPs, there'll be no compulsory redundancies before Christmas. Well, we're going to test that, and we want to see the proof of it. But I'm telling you, absolutely straight, if you hadn't taken the stance you took, if you hadn't backed us when we came to the site and had that mass meeting, if you weren't here today and hadn't come down in your hundreds to make a statement to the board, there's no way that guarantee, that assurance would be on the table. There's no way the company would be talking about a training fund, £1,000 per person, they're now saying, available for retraining and reskilling. There's no way, if you hadn't done that, the company would be saying, we'll give third parties a peppercorn lease to take up premises on the site and start up new businesses, to bring in civil aerospace or wind turbines or wiring for civil aircraft, whatever the propositions are. None of that, none of it would have happened if you hadn't stood behind us and backed us to the hill.